whether you're contributing to one project or many, there is no crime in that. You can entirely choose to focus on Wikidata, and entirely choose to focus on Wikipedia, Wikisource, Wikimedia Commons. That is okay, but at least even to save some of your time, you find that you need to learn more about the tools that can simplify your editing out there, and that is what we are going to look at. So I believe today we are going to be learning a thing or two, or even more from each of us here. And please keep your questions. We shall have a Q&A session, which will be interesting. And in case I'm fast, please you share a message within the chat so that Shafiq can tap on me so that I slow down the pace and have also clarification. So the journey of a Wikipedian really never ends. It is ever on. All the time, we keep learning. So even as we are still learning, we can't really understand all the policies at once. So keep learning new tools. They keep updating them. And over and over, we keep learning new tricks that really keep coming in. So today's session is a continuation of what we saw last week, and which was more about like the uses of Wikidata, what is Wikidata, what we expect, how can we use Wikidata, powering some of the sessions, and the more you learn about Wikidata, the more you realize that it is a powerful tool. We saw that it can be used to generate lists. We saw that it can be used to automatically create these info boxes out there. And also we saw how data is interconnected. So for example, Nyango has a place of birth, is a Ugandan, is a footballer, has some awards that he received. And also we looked at the structure of Wikidata, how does it really appear? And also we saw that it is able to connect other projects such as Wikipedia, Wikibooks, and so that those projects are also easy to query. We looked at the community, and also we saw that we have a Wiki Project Uganda. So to go on this Wiki Project Uganda page, as Wiki Project Uganda pages, we are improving the quality of, say, Wikidata items, or creating and improving or expanding the Wikidata items that are there. So like, for example, if you go to this page, the link is here. So you come and see we have the home. So the goals, or we want to create any Wikidata item that is connected to Uganda. So as of now, according to the query, they're saying you have over 7,986 places in Uganda. We have so far documented these people, 3,540. And I can see it in a query here if you run it. So the important items that they usually put here, you see that they put Wiki Project Uganda, then they see Uganda as a country since it is related to Uganda. Also there is Luganda, then there's Kampala, but still even this is like the capital, but even other places are really out there. Then we have Lexems here. Then also some of the participants that have registered here is Geoffrey, Brian, Shafiq, and Michael. So please feel free to join, add yourself to the list by clicking on this button here, add yourself to the list. So when you click on it, then you can just enter your username here. So just replace what you see with say Michael down here. Just put that castar, then you enter your username, just replace here Michael. So for example, I was not there, just put that. So I'm just replacing the name Michael. That is the easier way to do it, not to complicate stuff. So you can replace that one. Then also you can change the date that you've registered here, so which is 14th of June, 2025. Yeah, so sometimes here it shows in UTC. So UTC is, we are 3 hours beyond UTC. So meaning if it is 10:30, we just have to reduce it by 3 hours, so that you'll be able to get the UTC. So that is the easier one. Then you click on publish. So also you will be part of the Wikid project Uganda, but still it isn't, you can still contribute without even adding yourself to this particular list. So other projects, what they have really done. And when we look at some of the lists, we have tasks and queries here. So some of the queries that we are going to look at. So this is PACO. We're going to have a hint about it. It is really interesting. So those are some, but still, when it comes to the lists here, so someone might ask you a question that how many hotels do you have in Uganda? So this list is always going to be expanding. So this list was created using Listeria bot. We had a hint about it last time. So there are these different hotels, and the more you create these articles here, I mean items, so they keep being added here. The moment you add an image on Wikidata, so this image also will be captured here. So another person might ask you, how many schools do we have in Uganda? How many universities do we have in Uganda? So those are some of the queries that, like the purpose of say Wikidata. So you'll see that some of the universities are not really here. I don't think this is the only list that we have about universities. It must be more than that. And also as a project, where is the top page? Let me go back to Wiki Project Uganda. So sometimes it's on the discussion page. Yeah, sometimes they usually put out some comments on the top page where you find that they're saying that, hello, welcome to the newest project. So someone who's wanting to map about non-profit organization. So he's trying to improve the category for non-profit organization to be able to identify the data gaps that are say within Uganda. So this is like how we try to identify the data gaps. So someone created this for tracking. So in Uganda is looking at the legal form. So there are like 6 items. So industry, inception, headquarters. So these are some of the gaps that these people are trying to identify how a non-for-profit organizations performing in Uganda. And they tell you like the legal form they are looking for, that these organizations, community-based trust, limited by guarantee, non-governmental organization. So when we create Wikidata items about that, so they will be able to summarize this information. And also they usually give like where you can get good data sources, which is the National Bureau for Non-Government Organizations, and search the register. Also Uganda National, these are the directories that they usually give out. Also reg numbers, so meaning when you go say to these data sources, you're going to be able to, sorry, I think the search register here. So even when you get the name, you can check on the list. So this is the Bureau. So some of renewal of any operation permits, registration. So along somewhere here, you'll find, say, a list of those particular government organizations. So that will be able to create that. So if you get like 100 NGOs, that's where some of the tools that we are going to look at today are going to be able to help you to create mass edits instead of just creating one. So slides for last week were shared, but I think also they're going to be added on the meta page, so that we'll be able to go and revise and maybe pick some points in case we've forgotten. Today's session is recorded so that I'll be able to go still and revise. And so still a reminder to some of us who have not really joined the dashboard, it is really important to join the dashboard so that you'll be able to track the contributions and the edits that this campaign is creating, like more of impact that we want to know. We want to know how many Wikidata items that we've created, and also some areas where we want to improve and expand the project further. So what is coming today? Still, my name is Brian Baluku, and still I'm a member of the Wikimedia Community User Group Uganda. Still have been since 2021, I've been with the community. So some of the things that we are seeing is we are going to see how can we set up the preferred languages that we want instead of having foreign languages that you don't understand or read or interpret. So how do we really configure and put the languages that we are used to? Then want to clean up some more errors and some issues, want to look at some of the issues that are out there. How do we handle duplicate items in case you've created an item that was already existing? How do you handle that? Or in case you come across that item, how do you do it? We're going to look at more of automated editing. Even we are going to see a little bit of how to query the Wikidata. Then also we're going to have a session about Ask Me Anything about Wikidata. So we're going to go to seeing how do we set up our interface or language in the preferences. Then say, for example, this interface that you're looking at, it has been converted into Luganda. And so when you see another yafaire or papula or single mugaso emboozi, even somewhere here, but you see along the way, we have project chat, create new item, random item, query service nearby. They haven't been translated into, say, Luganda. So those are some of the things that we really want to translate. We are going to see how to, in case you want Luganda to be your main language instead of English, we're going to look at that. Then also we are going to look at the bubble. So basically to add a bubble, it is added in the Wikidata user page. You must know the language codes. We're going to see how to search for that. The codes can be gotten from searching Wikidata. So for example, here you come to Kinyarwanda, then you scroll, this is the Wikidata item for Kinyarwanda. Then you scroll down where you're going to see like the code for Kinyarwanda. Yeah, so we are going to do this practically and we see how it really goes. So there's this code that we usually add in based on the languages that you want to really create. So I'm going to go to, say, Wikidata here. I'm going to click on the logo so that I go back to the main page. So basically what I've clicked on is this particular logo here. This color is not nice. Look for red. So we are going to, there is this icon here, this one. It is showing English. So meaning when it is by default in English, it means you want your interface to be appearing in English. Yeah. So when I want to change to a certain language, say Luganda, just going to click on this English here. Then I choose that I want my interface to be in Luganda. So it is going to refresh and you see that it has changed to Luganda. And also when you see here, it has changed from English to Luganda. So some of these, this is part of the interface translation. So even the items you see here, the nearby, those are some of the things that we still need to clean up. So I'm going to switch back to English. I want English will become easier for us to pass. Then to access your user page, it is this one here next to the item you're from clicking. So if yours is red, it means that really the page does not exist. So just click on it and it will bring for you a link where you're going to click. So I'm going to click on the user page. And on the user page, this is my personal page. So you can choose to customize it the way it is. And I've also added some of the helpful links that we can check here. Still about me, I prefer, this is what I say, I believe in free knowledge, access to be accessed by anyone at any time and in any place. So I'm declaring here that I'm a member of the Wiki Project Uganda with the one we've just seen. Then also I've added some of the helpful links here just in case you want to really refer to this. So there is some videos for some of us who want to get started. There is this one, a gentle introduction to Wikidata. You can check that out. There's Sparkle. This is for the query language. So some of the pages also, they are here. And also some of the tools that we are really going to be exploring here. We saw Listeria bot. We're going to check out Petscan. Also, we're going to check out QuickStatements and other tools that are there. Are really even open refined tutorials in case you want to explore. So cool stuff. These tutorials are really good. So now the bubble is here, or Babel, depending on how we really pronounce it. So how helpful is it? Maybe since we are talking about sports, this time still Onyango is going to be taking most of. I'm going to use it more often as an example. So when you look at the languages here, you're going to see that we start with English, then we go with to Luganda, then we go to Runyankore. That is how I chose those are the languages that I want to appear first here. Then if you click on all entered languages, then you're going to see the likes of Arabic, you're going to see languages that are really supported here. So that's basically it. Sometimes also Wikidata picks from your cookies, like when you search maybe Runyankore, so you'll find sometimes it is going to appear here by default. So those are the languages. So me, what I want is I want us to know what do you want: English, Ganda, and Nyankore. That's how not all languages are supported. Some of them we have to request the Wikidata people on the Wikidata project so that they be able to add that language there. And how are we able to add it? So when we come to this, there is this template called Babel or Babel. So basically this EN is the language code for English. Then LG is the language code for Luganda. Then NYN is the language code for Runyankore. Then Ku is the language code for Lukonzo. In Lukonjo, we don't have a J. So when we say Lukonjo, that is the wrong word. It is Lukonzo, Mukonzo, Bakonzo, not Bakonjo. So those are some of the technicalities in language. So basically, we need to get this code somewhere on our user page. And from the screenshot that we see down here, it is highlighted here in blue. Here, it is where I added that Babel mostly here down. So that is where it is. So that is, you just need to know which language do you want to contribute to. Oh, sorry. Want to know the language code you want to contribute to. So then you come to edit source. So when you click on edit source, this is where you're going to paste your language code. So the reason why Lukonjo is not appearing, so that one I'm still trying to find out. So as I said, how to find the language code of, let me zoom this one so that try to see. This is the template that I'm adding here. So to find the language code, say I'm going to come to, say I search here for French. So they're calling it a Romance language. So it is loading. So it's still showing me this and that. So I scroll down, subclass, image, so short name, how it is called. So I'm looking for that country is France. So I'm looking for, say, let me scroll a bit faster. Looking for the code. Or even to simplify that, you can just come and search for ISO code, say for French. French language. Yeah, so there's this code here. So most of the time they use FR. So we use on Wikidata and Wikimedia projects, we use standard codes. So even when you see here FR, and if still we search for something here, maybe search for codes. Yeah. So when they bring here Wikimedia language code, there is this FR. So that is the language code that we are going to use. So meaning I'm going to come here, I've replaced the cool and I'm putting the FR. So meaning I want English, Luganda, Nyankore, and French to appear. So when I click, I say added, say FR to the bubbles. And sometimes when they are organizing, they usually start with the language that is really big or popular to sort, say, your particular Wikidata items. So let me refresh this page and let's see if you confirm. So if you see here, French has appeared. So let me bring back Dennis Onyango. Let me bring Dennis Onyango here. So you see, English is coming first. French is coming second. Then Luganda is becoming third, and Nyankore. So I think they got how big the particular projects are on these particular languages. So that's how I've added French. So I speak French. So still, if I want to edit that, I have to go again to my Babel here. Then I click on edit source. Then I say I want to put, I don't know the language code for Swahili, but maybe let me put Ja, which is, I think, Japanese or Chinese. So let me say added, just put Ja to Babel. Yeah, this is the language. So let me hope I speak Chinese or Japanese. Let me search for Japan here. So the Wikidata item is coming up. And you see that they are bringing here English, they're bringing Japanese, and Ganda and Nyankore. So that is how we edit our language codes. So in case yours does not exist, just click on it. Then it will bring for you, create this page. Then you edit, and you put there what you want to display. So I'm still finding out how to add Dukonjo to my my list here so that I contribute into my language. So basically, that is what we do to customize to get the particular Wikidata items that we want within, the language codes within our list. So if I use the random item, so still you see Ku or Rukonzo is not appearing here because it does not exist. I don't know. But after that, the code is going to be there. The slides will be shared. And also you can check out the recording to be able to get what you want. Then the second item is quality of Wikidata items. So we are creating these Wikidata items, but how do we ensure that really they are of good quality? And remember that Wikidata is always editable by the entire community and all of us at any time we want. Then some of the data quality matters include that why does data quality matter? Why should we create good Wikidata items? So we want the world to trust Wikidata and know that it is reliable and trustworthy information. To some of us, I think who have done data cleaning, we know how the quality of Wikidata, even other data sources, is really important. So even Wikidata's reputation hinges on it. If people are going to be using Wikidata and continue maybe updating Wikidata, really we need to set maybe the good quality Wikidata items out there so that people know that minimal times in cleaning and updating so that they be able to trust. Then another point is high quality data is easier to reuse. So just pull the list, put it maybe in Excel, put it in any processing software or application out there, because you know that this information has minimal errors. So most of the times when they want to process this information, you find that those items that really are missing some articles or pieces of data, you find that they are usually deleted from from the list that you want to really use in statistics. Even it makes editing easier because you'll find that these bits of information are really interconnected. Then some of the issues that are there is that are facing, say, like Wikidata, what Wikidata is facing. You find there is vandalism. Vandalism is everywhere. I think so on Wikipedia, we saw where someone came and edited the article for Lanya, the late Jacob Lanya, and said that this person has died, yet no source had really confirmed that this person had really passed on. So vandalism is also here. You find someone's just coming, mixing up everything, and they affect the quality of data. And also another issue is missing data. So when we were searching for Dennis Onyango, we saw that some of his awards are missing, or maybe some of the teams he has played for are missing, things like that. So data is always missing. So for example, we saw that the universities that we have there, we have private universities and public universities, but some of the information is missing. And also we saw that for the basketball, it is almost not documented on Wikidata, say the one of Uganda, is almost not documented. The competitions, we don't have them. We don't have the players out there, the coaches, the teams, and that is something we really need to work on. That's why we keep contributing to Wikidata over and over again. So also references here, they are really important to improve the quality of Wikidata. Say some of the some of the properties require references, as we are going to see. That is part of the errors and constraints that we are going to be seeing. Because if you say this person was born at this date, what really shows? How do you able to justify that? But if a reference is attached to that one, someone is going to say that I got this source from this website. And most of the Wikipedia projects are not places for original research. We usually cite other sources that are reliable, independent, and verifiable. So we shall get to know more about those when we come to Wikipedia. So basically, but in a nutshell, verifiable is if you want to go to that website, say New Vision, you say, I want to verify this information. Is it true? They'll say, yes, it is okay. Reliable. We know that journalists out there are professional, and journalists are trained to write from a neutral point of view. So meaning they are not supposed to take sides. Even though you're supporting a certain, say, political party, when you're writing, you're not supposed to be showing sides. That one is really going to be causing bias. Then another issue is unclassified items. So there are certain properties you find that maybe you're creating a property and you find that you've forgotten to classify it. So you're writing, say, about Onyango, and you've forgotten to put out his instance of human. Or you're writing about school, you just put other parameters, it is in Uganda, it's founded in this, but you forget to put that instance of, say, human, or maybe subclass of a dog. So for example, maybe you have, say, German Shepherd and something like that. You forget to put those pieces of information. Then also another issue is duplicate items. So at times, when we are creating these items, you find that I just create without exactly checking, or maybe the names are arranged in a different format and all that. Not until you want to link the Wikipedia article to a Wikidata item, that's when you discover, oh, there is this duplicate. So when you find that duplicate, what do you do about it? That's what we are going to be seeing today also. Even there is the inconsistent modeling. So this is where you find that you're writing about, say, a player, say maybe Dennis Omedi, and instead of using, say, country of citizenship, you put their country. You know, there are different parameters, country of sport, country of citizenship. Then for a person, it can be country of citizenship. That is a person. So maybe for a school, that's where you can put country where it is. Then there is also country of sport. So this person is playing for which country. Then also there is country of origin. So maybe when you're writing about, you're creating a Wikidata item about a certain type of dish or cuisine, where did it start from? Country of origin. That's where it comes. But most of them is country of citizenship and country. Yes. So PUFA, where is it located? Things like that. Location, there's location, there's country of citizenship. But when it comes to instances of human, we usually mistake this particular two: country of citizenship and also country. Then also there are contradictory classifications. As we saw last time that if I might search about Uganda here, so there's a country in East Africa, there is country, a genus of insects. Then also we saw there was country Uganda as a paint. Also there is country as a village within Papua somewhere. Then also there's a painting, even there is a publication. So these are different Wikidata items that are out there, and they have different unique IDs. So you see that when you come here, they're going to say it is an instance of state, republic, landlocked country. Also, it is a country. So when you come to this one, instance of taxon, like how they are categorizing this particular species. So you'll find that this is a genus of insects. So someone will get, say, taxon here and decide to put it here on taxon. So you find that it is a country and the taxon. So that's why we have these particular two IDs to be able to separate the two. So there is no need, if you're writing about a country, then you need to put these particular instances here. So say, for example, of a school, it can be a boarding school, then it can be a church-founded school, then it can be a public school. So you find that all those instances can be added here. So that is one of the ways of say, contradictory classifications. So when you say that, say a city itself, say Kampala, yes, Kampala is a son to one of the popular people, but still you need to create a separate item for Kampala, maybe instance of a human, that person that we know, the child of the celebrity that we know. Then also we have the ontology issues. So ontology basically is, this is where we define the different types of items and their properties and what is the relationship between them. So you find a human can have occupation and a date of birth. But say, for example, if you go to a building, we can say that it can have a date of birth. So those are some of, or maybe like saying a person has an expiry date. So those are some of the issues that we usually have when it comes to Wikidata. So you need to avoid some of these, avoid vandalism, always add references and classified items. In case you find it is not there, please add it. For missing data, it is what we are working on. Then for the duplicate items, by the time you leave this call, you're going to be knowing how to merge those duplicate items. So now that brings us to errors and constraints. So the first error is this statement has some potential issues. So whenever you see this exclamation mark within a circle, it is telling you that this statement has an issue. And how do you get to know the issue is by clicking on that circle so that they tell you what kind of error that you have. So they're telling you that, yes, you created or someone created Minister of Labor, notable work. But now they're telling you that values here should be instances or subclasses, but minister is not. So meaning you'll have to go to open this Wikidata item of Minister of Labor, and then you look at what say concept is it telling you that you really need to put. Is it an office? Is it work or something like that? So that would be able to clean that error. We are going to have some examples to work on. Then another error is for constraint. Constraint is really telling you, it's like a warning, telling you that, say, when you're going to enter, say, maybe the washrooms, they usually put those signs that this is for males and this is for females. So still, you might find that you've entered, say, for the one for female or females in there. still someone will not limit you, but still it is like a violation. Those other institutions might penalize you, others might not penalize you. So when you see these constraints, they're telling you that you really need to, I think maybe you mute Letitia. Thank you. So there is also this flag that is there. Also, it shows that they are telling you that something is missing. So statement is missing a qualifier, start time. So they're telling you that, yes, this is person's user X username or Twitter username, but when did that person start using that particular username? So that's why you will see that it wants me to add a qualifier. So that's where I'll click on edit, then I add the qualifier start time. Then also of the work to work on. One example you're going to have, say we have here Zaina. The one you're going to, let us check out this particular Wikidata item. Let me copy the QID. Let me close these other tabs so that they don't consume my memory. So they're not going to penalize you for having, say, some of those errors. So these are the flags. You've seen a flag here. So it is telling us that the date of birth should at least have one reference. So to solve, say, this error is we can come and search. I can come and search here, say, on Google. You can search, say, maybe date of birth for Zaina. So that we want some of the references out there that are suggested. So they're showing there is this Zaina on player marker stats. So we saw that even this one also has its own identifier out there. So even there are other websites here. Then also, I don't know here if you look for the references that are out there. So this reference here, let me remove this excess stuff. Still loading. So there is this excess stuff because it was highlighted. So it highlighted this. That is why. But still, when you come and you remove this excess and you refresh the page, so still it is going to bring you to this person's date of birth. So was born on October 15th. So we are going to copy this reference here. Then we come to this date of birth, where it is. We're going to correct it. Then first we need to add, where are we getting it? It is a reference URL. Then we paste there the URL. Then also we can change the date. We saw that this person was born, according to this person was born on 15th. So on 15th, I think it was October. It was October 2023. Let me confirm this. Yeah, 15th October 2023. Then we click on publish. So we've added a reference here. So I might zoom out so that it appears well. So that is how now the error has disappeared here. And we've added a reference here. So that error has gone. Even other websites were here showing where the date of birth is. I don't know whether this one was coming from Wikipedia articles, but they tried to summarize. So there are other pages. And the last time we saw that this player markers, that's something has an identifier. So still we can come and add, yeah, so there is this player markerstats.com player ID. So that's what I'm going to search. And how do you get the ID? The ID is usually this code up here. We get it, then we paste it here. So still, if we want to add the reference, then it's still we can search for URL here. So it brings reference URL. That's what we want to use. Then we copy and paste it here. So what you're doing is expanding the Wikidata item. So meaning if someone opens this in a new tab, is going to be taking you to this person's player ID. So still we can do the same for, I think, which other one? Last time we are searching and we saw it. I don't know whether Flash Score has, but let us try to see. So I'm just going to copy say Flash Score. Just only this word here. I come to Wikidata. Let me see. Yes, flashscore.com player ID. And I believe it is this one here within the link. So we put it there. So where do you want to get the reference? And you put say reference URL. Yeah. Then let us copy this link. Then we paste it here. You can also see down here there is autofill details. Also, if you want, you can just click on it so that it populates maybe the title, when it has been retrieved, and so something like this. Then we publish. So it is showing this error. It's saying that Flash Score ID should match, say, the regs and something. So do we have any layer ID here? In case, say, maybe transfers or something, or you might find they just want us to add a slash to it. Sometimes they usually want it to just have a slash. No, still it has here. So in case we don't know still, we can just click on edit, then we remove the error so that we leave it at that point. So that is error 1. Then we're seeing error 2. So they're saying that this person should at least should have at least one reference. So for the place of birth. So still we can come and say, yeah, place of birth. Wikidata is not so strict like Wikipedia. So you can search for place of birth. So they're saying was born in, according still to this player methods, they're saying that was born in Massaja. Some are saying Kampala here, so I was born in Uganda. So where was so born in Massaja here? So meaning we come to edit here. Do we have Massaja? Then it is saying that this is the Massaja that we have, but we need to confirm whether it is the real place that we want. So yeah, we are saying that it is a place in Uganda and it is a hill in Uganda. So still it is missing a description here. That's why when we are searching for Massaja here, it didn't appear. So when we put say maybe a place, remember I said you don't put a place or the place, no, those ones are only. So it is a place in say Uganda. I don't know which district is it to be specific, but let me leave it at that. So place in Uganda. So when we search for Massaja, then we put Massaja. What shows that she was born from Massaja is still we're seeing it here. So we're going to copy this. Then nationality, footed, they didn't put the footed, they didn't put the club. Then career, yeah, they're showing us is from Kampala Queens. Down here also, she participated within Women's Africa Cup. So also those we can be adding them. So was born in Massaja, we need a reference URL to justify that. So still can use autofill details. Then click on publish. So even we've removed that error. So if you want to know, if you want to expand, Massaja is in Mbale. So still we can come to, that is the coordinate location. Then I can do a simple Google search here. And I say where, or I can say in which district is Massaja located. So Google is going to bring for me. So they're saying Massaja. Remember, here we have different places. You'll find maybe there is Chinoni, maybe in Masaka, and there's Chinoni. Say in Barara, there's Chinoni somewhere. So we are not sure exactly which Massaja it is coming. But if we knew which Massaja, Then still we could have put like located in, say, administrative territory, which is, say, Wakiso district or Mbale or something like that. Then corrected that. Then we still have one more error here to complete our article, our item. So when we come to this error here, so maybe if I might refresh so that we see that the identifier knows itself automatically because it is an ID. So when we add it here, it is going to go under the section of identifiers. So the error that we have is this. So it is supposed to be a given name. So when you look at Baluku Brian, Brian is the given name. But when you put there Zaina, so when you hover, they show you the Ghana player. But when you click on this error, they're saying that Zaina should have at least a statement, values of given, should be instances of a subclass, given name, nickname, and something like that. So here, I believe that Zaina is the given name. It's the given name. So when you look here, we don't have any Zaina and you can't publish Zaina. So what do we do for this? It means that we have to create, remember the goal of Wikidata is to bridge the information and interconnect the information. Whatever is missing there, we can put there. So meaning here we have to create a Wikidata item. So the easier way is to click on create new item. So we want to put there Zaina. That is the name. There's my Zaina here. Then we put Zaina. Then also aliases, someone might try to put Zaina with a H. So, but we need to get an item that we can copy from. So there are different names that we can know. Say, let me search for Brian. If Brian, yes. So it is Brian is here. So I'm going to copy what is in Brian so that I be able to put it the other side. So they're saying is a male given name. So I believe Zaina is female given name. Then I click on create. There is this one. They're saying that item currently has label Zaina associated with language code EN. So meaning I was going to create, but they've told me it is there. So I can check female given name, good, which is here. So someone created Zaina. And when was this one created? So Arabic script. So still, if Zaina is existing there, that means it is easier if I copy this QID here and I bring it where Zaina here, given name. Then I put there female given, then I click on publish. So it is telling me that should have native label. So I've added the name, but it is showing me some other error. So I come back here. So this is where we need to add an alias. So meaning if someone is adding Zaina with a H, someone might write it that way, or someone might choose to put double N in Zaina like that. So meaning someone who's going to search for Zaina of a single H is going to appear, and also Zaina of this. So they're telling us it is supposed to be having a native label. So when we come to this one, we are going to borrow, since it is a female given name here. So we are coming to see then a native label. Here they're showing multiple languages. So meaning when they tell you it is supposed to have, have a little native label here. So meaning we are going to come to Zaina here. We are going to add a property called native label. So we are putting says Zaina. So someone typed multiple languages, which is so meaning it exists in multiple languages. So when you put it here, then refresh our page. So you're going to see that the error on Zaina given name, it has disappeared. Then we might want to put surname also. So when we come and put, it is surname. Some people call it family name. So when we put there, and then so it is bringing a footballer, but we don't want a footballer. So we want the name. So if I come here on Wikidata, then I type, then I click on search, then it is going to bring where the name named. So you find that we are going to look at this. This is the duplication I was talking about. Actually, there are 3, not 2. So this is what you're going to look at. So we want the name, but it is not appearing there. So that means we need to create that particular name. So meaning this is female. Sorry. Okay, then when you come here, we know that we want to search, say for a surname. Let me search for Baluku here. It is a family name, even it is a village somewhere. So we are seeing that it is instance of family name. So let me first call this one family name. It can be a clan name, it can be a family name. So for interest of time, I'm just going to use these arrows that we saw you can enable. It's called move a claim, and I can enable it within the gadgets. So it is going to go there. It is part of I think it is part of say Uganda. I'm going to change that. Language of work or name, Latin writing script. Then also let me copy this. So if I come here and I refresh, so the name is going to be there. So I can say that it is part of say Uganda. So I search part of Uganda ethnic group. So I can copy the true ID here. Then I come and say I search again for the name. Yeah, now it is appearing, which is the family name. So still it is telling me should have a native label. So when you come to native label here, so you're going to search native label. I want native label. So when I type, when I type there the name, then it is going to ask me which language is it. I'm going to put there Ganda, which is LG. Then I click on publish. So then I come. So sometimes you find that you're solving errors, but it keeps taking you far. And so that is how we've removed the error from this particular item. So meaning it is error-free. What is left is adding the remaining bits of information. Then when you go to another, I think this is the example that I had for, but still if you find across any error, you can remove it. So then we go to duplicate items, and as we were searching for Zaina, we found out that this person is existing 3 times. So when you look, we are saying is a Ugandan footballer, has 2 statements to this and 1 site link, then has 0 site links here, and has 0 site links. So site links are those links to other particular projects. So when you scroll down, I think it is linking to the Wikipedia article. So that is how we do. So how do we handle duplicates? So you go, the first thing is to go to the preferences. So when you go to preferences, you go to gadgets. Then here there is the first item, which is merge. Let me zoom so that you see. There's this item called merge. This script adds a tool for merging items. So after enabling it, you just have to click on the check. Then you scroll down here and you click on save. This save, yes, if I click here, the save becomes active. So after enabling that, then you can open the 3 items. And I usually recommend that you merge the one that has you matched the one that has a site link. So we are going to get this QID here. So getting that QID, then you're going to come. So now the script has been added here, merge with. So basically it means you merge this QID with the other existing item. So you're going to put here, paste the QID of this, because it is the one that has a site link. So you say what is the append the following text to auto-generated summary. Then you're going to say duplicate item. Then you click on merge. So when you merge and refresh, so you'll see that even other properties are added here. So even when you refresh this, so you might see as if nothing has happened, but when you check here, they're showing redirected, say, from this particular page. So that is the first one and the second one. If we check on the QID, this one is 25, this one is 29. So we come 25 and 29, they have been merged. So if we try to search again to see, so they're still showing now, they're still showing you 3 here, but we are still going to merge all of them. So now, again, you're going to get this because we saw that this one is also, this one we've just merged it. So we come to the third one here, merge. Again, you want to merge it with the other one. Most of the times they're usually 2. So we are going to say this one is also duplicate item. So again, it is going to merge, loading the merge. So when we check, you see that the parameters are always increasing. So if I might search again here, so sometimes you find that it has to go to unpatrolled edits. And I'm seeing here now the third one has disappeared. I don't know whether this was the fourth one. Let me see. So these unpatrolled edits, so also as the other time we saw, there are admins and page reviewers and patrollers and all that. So they usually also inspect these pages, and so that they approve some of the edits. So still they can revert, or they can, if you come to the view history here, so they're going to show you that merged item, and the narration is duplicate item. So they can still choose to click undo, saying that what you've done is not really, they are not duplicate items. So another thing that I've remembered now, so this one we shall come back to it and we check. So also there is another parameter. Say for example, it is Uganda. When you come to, say you're writing about the same items, you might end up trying, you might want to merge, and they show you that it cannot be merged because there's this parameter, the property that you can add. It is called different from. So when you check this, it is a Portuguese myth. So still we can come here and say, this item, our country, Uganda, is different from Uganda, which is a genus insects. Then you publish. So then it brings this error message. It is telling you that the Uganda you've just added, the genus of insects also, should have a parameter called different from. So when you come here and also you type different from Uganda. So you want to say this, the Uganda is different from our country. So when you tried to merge the two, they were telling you that this one cannot be merged because it has a property called different from. So that is how, if we refresh, this error is going to go. Yeah. So if I search for Control F, then I search for different from, you see that the error has gone. Still, we can add Uganda, which is a pane. So you can click on more here to see another Uganda. There is a village. Actually, this would be the better one also, which is different from this Uganda. Still, it brings that error. I just want to copy the QID here. Then still I scroll. They tell me I add the statement different. from. So our QID, I think, is 1036, something. Yeah, 1036, that is the QID for Uganda. So meaning we have a village that is in Indonesia, which is called Uganda. It is different from our Uganda. So when you're merging and you see that error, please always follow what it is showing different from. So for the interest of time, that is that is what you're going to look at merge from. I don't know this one. I think I'm going to check. Why is it not merging? This one has 5 on this one. Let me try merging again, I see. So I want to merge. So this one is this one. So duplicate item. Merge with cannot be merged because one of them links to the other. So that means the merging has already happened, and behind one is a redirect to the other. I think the cleanup will be coming on later on. So that is about the duplicate. Then there is another one who is Jessica. Don't want to butcher people's names here. So you see, one is called women representative, and another one is called Uganda woman MP. So still, when you can even search here so that you see the names that are just created. Search the name. So whenever you see that kind of duplicate, please don't leave it very open. So this one has 23 statements. This one has 4 statements. So still I can just copy since all of them are going to be merged. And I put here, then I say duplicate item. So it is going to merge, and then let me refresh. You'll see if we come here, has it already merged? It is still showing, but it is going to merge. Then sometimes you need to do some cleanup. You might find like Uganda has been repeated. Now like here, place of birth is showing Uganda. So they're telling you that this property should contain the single best value. Should be marked one as the preferred rank and another one. We saw what preferred rank means, but out of the two, it is better to put Adjumani. So there are 2 values. You just have to remove Uganda. Just have to remove Uganda. Let me refresh this. So you see that after removing Uganda, that is some of the cleanup that you usually do after merging the item. So now this person, yes, is a Ugandan with country of citizenship, is enough for that person. Then you come here, is born from Adjumani. And when you see there is a reference down here, so that means the person tried to avoid. Then here they're showing that there is this error, which is showing position held, member of parliament. So they're showing this error that statement is missing a qualifier. When did this person start to be a member of parliament? So that's where Google comes in, or ChatGPT. Then you can ask when was or when did Sabu join the parliament of Uganda? So they're going to show you the article. You can come to the English Wikipedia article. Even there's Wikiquote here, even other political, but still members of parliament. Sometimes there's this page for, let's say, Ugandan education. She's currently in the 11th Parliament of Uganda. So I don't know when the 11th Parliament started. Segawa can guide me on that. But they're showing you that in 2011, I don't know. That's when she first joined the parliament or the votes. I don't know whether she won. The answer is in here somewhere. So let me look at the 11th member of parliament. It started in 2021. A list of members were elected in the 11th parliament, which is 2021 to 2026. So meaning She was elected in 2021. So here they're telling us add the qualifier start time. So you'll click on edit here, then you add a qualifier. You search for the qualifier called start time. Put it here. So we publish. So still, if we want to add the reference here, then still we can pick from this person's Wikipedia article. Then we come and here search for, it's called what, Wikimedia. They usually say Wikimedia import URL. Then you click on here, publish. So meaning we are using the Wikimedia URL here. So then there's this other error, which is Adjumani, electoral district, Adjumani. Then they're telling you that values of electoral district should be having instances of classes or municipality or county or this. So I believe this is a municipality. So meaning they want us to add an instance of municipality. So that you'll be able to remove that error. So when you come to, they're saying District of Uganda, so add value for instance, which is municipality, read what municipality it is, then you click on publish. So you refresh the page and the error, it is still here. Which one does it want? Property should not be used in location, as the valid location should be as a qualifier. So property electronic should not be. So after adding the municipality, then they're telling it should not be used in this location as a main value. So meaning it has to be as a qualifier somewhere. So where did this person add? So maybe it can be under this person. So those are some of the errors. So where is this person voting from? Still, if you come here and you want to remove this, but of course it is a municipality in Uganda, that one we can add it. Want to see more of this error? Which other option? Electrical unit, what does it mean? So those are the back and forth of Wikidata division used for elections. So parliamentary seat, electoral division, political district, voting. So can say, let us put here instance of electrical unit after reading. After reading the description. So let us refresh and see if this not, the error is not going to still is coming. So meaning it is not supposed to be used here as a main value. So I'm going to remove this. So someone else will figure out how to add that. So for the interest of time, we've seen how to handle duplicates. There's also Savio, Kabugo. Someone should work on Savio. But to show you, Kabugo, me search for Savio. Kabugo, still there too. So those are the duplicates. That's why it is always important to really check the Wikidata items that you're creating if they're not duplicates. It is not for creating to see who has created lots of Wikidata items, but it is important to improve the quality. So we are seeing count of citizenship, we are seeing count of sports, date of birth, and basing on this person does not have any errors. So you can say that is success. Back to the slides. So again, there's She Corporate Football Club Uganda. Someone should work on that. Before we go for the break, let us just really sort this really quick so that we get a two, I think, Shafiq, should we make it 5? Shafiq? Michael?
Yes.
Should we keep it 10 or make it 5?
The what?
The break, because after this we are going into the break.
I think let's let it go for 5.
Okay, let us when we check here, still this person, we don't have errors in. So members, let us go have a health break for 5 minutes. So meaning we are coming back at 11:40. Yes.
All right. See you in 5.
And as we are going for a break of 5 minutes, sip some water, stretch, go ease yourselves. In 5 minutes, and you come back. Members, our break time, I think, is done. think it's time we go back to the presentation. I don't know whether all of us, we are back here.
I am. Then I'll go the rest.
Abaami nammwe mwebale kujja abawo omukisa twejjaffe mwe basumba baffe we mukyali ate
I am here, sir.
Okay, that's very, very good. Let us resume due to the interest of time. So I received 2 questions. The first one I've checked in the chat saying that come again on the previous error. I don't know whether Martin, that issue has been discussed. So we're having 2 types of errors. Actually, there are 3. There's where one you see a lightning bolt, like that thunder strike. So we have this error. You just have to read what it is telling you to do. So this one is telling like notable works should be instances of something. So you just have to check on the list here. So you just have to see which one is relating to Minister of Labor. Is it work, is it concept, academic discipline, principle? And then this I see like work. But also we've seen that when you're creating, also other errors keep coming in. So that one is also there. Then also we saw that another error was this one. Again, this one, the one of the flag, it usually tells you what you're missing, what you need to add. So basically just read this pop-up when you click on the error, show you the pop-up and you know what error you need to fix. It didn't get screenshot for the lightning strike or lightning bolt. Then also when it comes to, someone asked me that how am I able to see the people who edited these different parameters. So along when you go to, when you start jumping there, these scripts, you find there are different tools. Is it on this one? It's supposed to be on my user page. No, it's not this one. So on the user page, there is this page called /common.js. It's common JavaScript. So most of the tools, I find these are scripts that are basically in here. When I click on edit source, so they usually show you what each script does, based in majorly even the names. So there is one that is called interface. Then there is one that is called create new item. So the other pop-up that you see, create a new item.js. Say, for example, if I want to add another statement, say image, then it doesn't come on image. Let me choose say located, which is which are located in. So this pop-up for create a new item, that one that comes, it is coming because of this JavaScript that you see here, this code that is here. Then also there's Wikidata Trust, even validate wiki info. So basically these are some even claim maps. So claim maps is where you find you're looking for the coordinate location, and it hovers over the map, like it draws. Let me search. We have any map, say, of Mbarara. Let me search. We have any map of Mbarara here. These ones are coordinate location, but there's the one that usually say, I don't know how people of OpenStreetMap call it. There's that map where you see they're showing you where Mbarara is located within Uganda. So it usually highlights. So these are some of the scripts that I really use name script, label list, so visually simplify life. So that's how I usually see. And another thing is still when you come to preferences, when you come to, they usually leave scripts, then they are added to gadgets. They're usually added to, I think, gadgets. So which one? So somewhere, really. There's this one also for marking admins in case you're in a conversation and you see an admin has made an edit to your page. Yeah, it is in one of those scripts. So the one who asked the query, that is where it is. But for the interest of time, so the next session, querying Wikidata, is majorly about showing you that these tools exist. And when they exist, still you'll find that you'll get some of the tutorials on this page, on my user page here. I think I can share it within the chat. And share it within the chat. So this one is more of showing you what, how can we say query Wikidata and how many items can we do, like batch editing, some other tools that really do. So there's what we call the query builder. This one helps you to build some of the queries and get some of the results. As you see here, you just put with or without, you enter property, then matching value with references or not. Then also you can choose to limit. So this is the limit here. So we are seeing the property here. You're going to get an example about it, also the value that it is there. That's why it is always really very important to get the basics of Wikidata. Then query builder. So this is one example. You're saying that I'm looking for occupation. I want it to be matching. So this matching means I want it to be, I'm looking for painters, someone who is doing, I want a Wikidata item that has occupation that is matching painter. So I want painters. People are painter doing occupation. So I want those people, their place of birth to be Ghana. So even here you're saying whether it has references or not. And you want to limit the result to 100. So to get a quick, let me first clear these drawings here. Yeah, so still here, painter, place of birth, you can choose whether you want references or not. So also instance of human, so meaning here you're looking for human, regardless of the value here, you don't mind. So even here, you're looking for fictional character, geologist, female, and all that. So let us go to a quick example of query builder. So Wikidata, I'm going to search for Wikidata, query builder. So let's say you visit this site, there's a query service and there's a query builder. So this is this page, what it is showing you, but then they're telling you try Wikidata query builder here. So basically you want to know, you're drafting a simple query of something. So property is you want say country of citizenship, matching the value. So you want matching means you want say Uganda, people who have count of citizenship as Uganda. So here you can choose matching without, something like that. So do you want that one to be having references or not? Doesn't matter. Then we come here and we say what property. So the properties that we are picking, there, let me search for Dennis Onyango. Don't get tired of the name. He's our superstar that we have. So basically, these are the properties. So I'm looking for instance of human. So this is the property. Instance is the property here. Then value is the human. So basically, that's what we are trying to do here. So meaning, also we can come here. I want a property instance of or human. Then, so meaning, I want you humans who are Ugandans, and then you can still, so here you can say without. So with and without, we are going to see that. So we are coming to another condition. So say, for example, we want footballers. So we say occupation, say association, football player. So want people who are playing football. Want people who are Ugandans and are playing association football. Then you can limit it, set to 100, or you can limit it, set to 10. Then you run the query. So it starts pulling this list. Then it brings for you. I've limited it to 10, but you can push it to 100 or a number. But the bigger the number, then it is going to show you. It's going to take long to process. Oh, is it true? Yeah, we are looking for humans here. Then when we come, we want count of citizenship, which is Uganda. Then also when we look for occupation, they are here as association football sport. So that's how it does. So you can still bring, so we are coming show query in query service. That one is the next bit. So basically that one, or even you can choose to add a condition that I want, say people without, or you can say sex, how is it, sex or gender. You can say I want, say males. So you can either say I want with their gender as male. So meaning you want male football players who are Ugandans. So with and without, so basically you can be looking for players who don't have sex as a male. So something like that. So let us summarize here, and then we run the query, and we see we are limiting it to 10 so that it builds, it brings for us this particular query. So you see that based on the names, it is only picking males. So if we change this and we make it female, then it is going to, when you run the query, then it is going to bring for you females only. So that is a simple way to do a simple search on on Wikidata query builder. So after building that, I'm going to leave this page open so that it is going to help us on something else. So that is basically how the query builder works. Then it pushes us to Wikidata query service. So the other one, it helps you to build some of the queries, simple queries. But now when we come to the query service, so it is the one that the code that is behind. This first one, it is like the graphical user interface. You don't want to write the code, you put in the parameters, then it brings for you the query service here. So after entering these visual codes, then there is a link here. It is telling you show in query service. So when you click on query service, then it is going to bring for you this particular code. So this is the Wikidata query service. And the Wikidata query service, yes, please.
Kasozi or Michael, help us mute that person in the background. Baluku, you can proceed.
I have admitted you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry about that. I've closed my screen, but let me bring it back. Let me bring back the screen. Okay, so I was saying that the query builder was introduced for people like us who don't know how to build, say, complex queries. Let me try to bring the page here. So it was designed for us who don't know how to build complex queries, or for the start. So I can search, say, instance. I'm trying to draft here. instance of human. Then I want people whose country of citizenship. Here you type country of citizenship. They're Ugandans. It's Uganda. Then say I want their occupation, maybe to be netball player. I think I want netball player. Let me search netball. I see. Oh, I don't want to add the condition, so I want to limit it to 100. Then I run the query. So even you can be changing where instance of maybe basketball competition. So it is, you've used this, you're using words, which is graphical. Then there's a link down here that is telling you show in Wikidata query service. So query service has a bit of advanced. So what we've used here, So what we've used here, up here, has generated for us this code behind this one here. So still, when you click on run, it is the one that is going to bring for you. And the beauty of the query service, it has multiple options. So you can click to download here. What format do you want to download? Do you want TSV? You want HTML table? So you can choose to download a list of these people, or even you can choose the link that brings you to the result. So when you copy this link here, and say you paste it maybe on a certain website, so it is going to be bringing you to the result here. That's how we manage to generate the other lists of the one that we see on Wikilove's Sport 2025 in Uganda. Let me just go through this so that I get to the meta page. Just a minute, just scrolling here. I get this. So this method of clicking link to the result is the one that enabled us to come up with these kinds of lists. When you click on Uganda netballers, so you see, but this is a modified query. So this is a simple query that comes, and still on the user page, there's a tutorial for Sparkle here, and also there is another tutorial for Sparkle here. That's the language, this language that we are using in Wikidata query service. So it ranges from simple queries to complex queries. So for example, even this one. So this one says, according to what you're saying, select all the players, their English description, Luganda description, English Wikipedia links, and their images. So it's saying instance of human, this is 2.5, country, Uganda, football player. Then here, it is saying that get their link to the English Wikipedia article. Here we are looking for the Luganda Wikipedia article. Here we are looking for their image, and we are saying it is optional. Then here I want to arrange it in English. So that is the query that returns football players in Uganda with their Luganda links, with their English Wikipedia links, their images, and also their images on Wikimedia Commons. So that is basically the Wikidata query service that is able to generate the lists that we are seeing. So for the interest of time, I'm going to be rushing through. So still, if you get a query like this one, so you can still, there are options here on this, you can click and edit Sparkle to see how the code really looks. So it is a bit easier. Can change that I don't want, say, netballers here. Then just change this particular, so it takes a bit of question. You can modify this particular query. So you search maybe for politicians, say Ugandan politicians. Then you scroll down here, you run the query. So it's going to run, and it tells you the results. I don't know why my machine was frozen. So it is bringing Ugandan politicians out to cartoon to their images and all that. So that is the beauty of Wikidata query service. It takes a bit of practice here and there. And also you can use, if you know how to edit, you can use ChatGPT, you can use DeepSeek to generate for you these codes, as long as you know how to edit the parameters. So there is another tool that is called Petscan tool, the one that has the link here. So also Petscan tool is an interesting tool that we can use. We've used it a few bits. So what can it give you? Can find articles to translate. Say, for example, they're in English Wikipedia and not on the Luganda Wikipedia. Can find some articles that need improvement, say stubs, those ones that are short. Best you can put the number of bytes that you want. Also, you can find articles that have certain templates, say often templates, or they need copy edit, or they've been labeled as advertisements, so that we improve the content. Then also, with Wikidata items that need improving, even you find that we generate these automatic lists, as we saw in Hysteria bot. It might be missing, then that's why you can add it. Also, you can use it to find, say, Wikipedia articles that have no Wikidata items yet. So remember, there are bots that are always linking these articles. Also, you can search for structured data here and also find images in, say, a certain category. So still, when you come to this page, there is this tutorial. It will take you to YouTube to use Petscan. So maybe for a simple demonstration of how the tool works, So of course, you have to log in. And so I'm going to basically say language English Wikipedia. So I want, I'm searching the project for Wikipedia and the categories I'm looking for. Let me look for, say, Kabakas of Buganda. So negative categories, this means you don't want these categories to appear. So the depth means like subcategories within. So you might find Uganda, then you find maybe Ugandan professors, Ugandan. So the depth, the more you keep increasing the depth, it is going to dig into those categories. So we can say you can say templates or links. So want to search, say want to find those articles. So still Petscan is using Wikidata. So what it means here, none of these pages, we are looking for Wikipedia articles that don't have links to Luganda Wikipedia. So it is not linking to any Luganda page, but we are going through Wikidata. So this one does not necessarily mean that the Luganda pages are not existing. So it has given us 39 results. So when you search here, so say Mutesa, so we can come to say the wiki, even when we scroll down here, it is translated in 21 languages, but is Luganda one of them? So the easier way is to come to the Wikidata item. Sometimes errors are there, sometimes they're not, but when we come to the Luganda, the article here, it's a bit long. So do we have, say it is showing 31 entries here. So Edward Mutesa, then there is, sure, we are not seeing LG anywhere. But if we go, say, to the Luganda Wikipedia.
There, I have seen LG somewhere having Sekabaka Mutesa.
Sekabaka Mutesa, anywhere. Yeah, this one, Luganda is there. So it is linking. I don't know why it is not pulling. So maybe I need to get this linked from. Yeah, actually it is linking from. So meaning it was linking to Luganda. So let me modify. So links to the query. So let me see here. Again, Mutesa is there. So let us look at Katochintu. Is Katochintu translated into Luganda? So you see here, we don't see Luganda, but if we check the Wikidata item to see if Katochintu is there. So when you scroll down here, so we are seeing that Luganda is not there, but if we type say Luganda and double click, are we looking at Chintu? So we are seeing Chintu, this first one. I don't know whether it's the person. Katochintu past king of Uganda. So if we check, let me go to Luganda Wikipedia, it is lg.wikipedia. Then we try to look at, search for Chintu. search for Chintu. So Chintu, Sekabaka Uganda Yasoka. So meaning here Petscan has identified that there is no item called Kato Chintu on Luganda Wikipedia, because that's how bots are usually operating. But the easier way to solve that is by going to the Wikidata item. Then we get the name Chintu here. Then we scroll at the bottom. Then we click on edit. So here we are adding a site link. Put the language code, which is Luganda. Then we paste the name Chintu here. Then it is the first item. So then we click on. So now it is showing that we cannot add here because there is an item linked to Chintu here. So it is in Luganda, but there is no like the particular item. So the easier way is, remember this one is still a duplicate item to Katochimera. So it's a duplicate item to Katochimera here because you're seeing, Sega, maybe you can clarify on that. Katochintu is the same as Chintu?
Katochintu is the same as Chintu, but it's not Katochimera.
Okay, this is Katochintu. So that means this item, it has no statements. This is what we are talking about. This Wikidata item is not categorized anywhere. So meaning the easier way is we can merge this one with this particular. Then we call it a duplicate item. So that is how we can query and improve the quality of Wikidata. So after refreshing, then you see that Luganda has been added. This LG is Luganda. So this is how we can use Petscan. So if we look at maybe Chua, so here you find that there's Chua of Uganda. That is why most of the times we usually want to, when it comes to Wikipedia, we usually add their aliases or also known as or nay different. So that at least the Wikidata items can be able to pick those particular names. So here they write Chua. Even when you check, they will say maybe Mwanga 1 of Sebuganda or Mwanga 2. But for us, when you go to the Luganda Wikipedia, you'll find that we are putting there Sekabaka Mwanga. So those are some of the names that we usually put. And that is also why it is very important to be adding aliases. So when we go to this Wikidata item of Kabaka Mwanga, Sekabaka Mwanga. So you see they are putting there this Daniel, something like that. So also as people of Luganda can come and put here Sekabaka Mwanga. So that when the bot is maybe moving around, it is always getting those names. So that is how also the aliases you can put here. Or we can put here Kabaka Mwanga, but this is English. So we can put Kabaka Mwanga, then say we paste here. So the bot for it will be looking. So that's how we can link these items, and so that we try to minimize some of say those errors. So basically that's how we can use. So still we can try to say English Wikipedia. So has templates such as maybe orphan. So orphan templates or orphan tags means that these articles are not really linking to any other particular article. So let us see if this one has the orphan tag. I don't see it. It was edited. So some of the things modifying, but there is a tutorial, as I said, the one to use Petscan. It is here on the meta page. So for the interest of time, and also there is short description importer here. So you can also enable it within your gadgets. So just click on import so that it adds those short descriptions. Simple as that. So Petscan, also you can use Petscan. So for example, to search maybe for some of the list of images from Wiki Loves folklore in Uganda. Let me search for 2025. Uganda. Then you click on do it. I don't know, is it because I left some information here? Orphan. Then I search. Now is it Commons Wiki? Searches for the name like Commons Wiki, something like that. It's taking, so it is saying bad commons none. Let me see. Yeah, that's broad. So you choose the project here. You're working with Commons, Wikispecies, or Wikidata. So it's telling us some of the images that were uploaded during images from Wiki Loves Folklore 2025. They are 2,224, and it gives, or you can choose even to view the thumbnails from here if you don't want to view the list itself. So it brings the Kadodi, and so the images are there, but we're not going to dig deep into that one due to the interest of time. But I can get the tutorial here. It will explain to you more. So this is the example of Petscan, still how we can do the list of the Wiki Loves Earth. You pull, and also there is this interesting bit here. Say after making a query, let me use this example. After making a query,
Brian, are you there?
Brian, we lost you.
It's possibly a call. He'll be back.
Mr. Director, I'm really happy to see you and hear from you.
You send me.
I'm seeing this nice picture of yours.
Nice to hear from you. How is the Eastern region?
Not in the East now. Julilyn can explain. She took me away from there.
Oh, I have no idea.
Shafiq, Zoom is telling me that I'm not able to share.
Maybe you set time parameters.
Maybe, probably. Let me look
No,
at.
he's lost the host rights, so maybe Michael and Kasozi, one of them, should give you. I think actually Michael only.
Yeah, Michael, help me and you enable the sharing. Kasozi or Michael, please enable the sharing rights.
Maybe
Okay. Okay, thank you. So I was saying that another interesting is quick statements. It's really also powerful. It enables us to make quick edits. Say, for example, the questions that we can ask quick statements: is there a way of adding all descriptions at once? Is there a way of creating Wikidata items in a bunch? Or how can I remove or add many properties at once? Say, for example, in this was adding Uganda descriptions at once. So meaning you need to be knowing the two IDs and also the description you want to add there. And still some of other tools that we have here are automated with quick statements, Open Refine, Mix and Match, Wikidata Feast, and other tools. There's a link. But for quick statements is on this link, I added there a template that I've been using. So it is basically view. It is in view. You can just choose to make a copy, that is file, make a copy so that you save it in your own way. So this is the example that I'm using. So it is telling you that if you want to add references, then this is particularly like how you're supposed to add the code. Then also you can add email commons categories. So someone has a media commons. And also if you want to add dates. So this is what you do. You just get the QID, put this parameter here, then they usually format the dates in this way. So this is how you're supposed, the plus is supposed to be there. So there is Z/9, so it usually stands for 1 year, I mean just 1998, but also there is this one of Z11 that takes on the entire date, which is 2024, August 18th. Yeah, so the link to quick statements, I think still this is my template. So still when you come to Google and you search for quick statements, so it is going to the tool here on ToolForge. So there is the help page that I'm interested in more. So even tutorials are out there so that you'll be able to check them out to help you. So these are some of the commands. When you read through this, at first it might be a bit challenging, but along the way, they're telling you that to add, say maybe this text, you need to get the QID, then you use tab. Is that tab button that we have on our keyboards, enter this property, and you add it here. So this example is what, say, I created for the summary here. So simple as that. Then still complex, how do you add dates? So even they are even adding statements with qualifiers, more about this. So if this is a bit confusing, so even if you want to remove a statement, this is how you do. Add a minus, so meaning you're removing a certain statement. So there is this link to, I'm going to add it to the template here, even to the slides. So basically this is the format. You want to add an image, know the QID. Then the property for image is 18. If you go to Wikidata, okay, traffic, that's fine. So the properties, say for example, if we go to, again, back to the Dennis Onyango, where are we getting those property numbers? And those are called P numbers. So when you scroll down here to the image of Onyango, there's this image P. So when you put the cursor there, they're showing it is P18, property 18. So still when you click on property 18 here, they're going to take you to another page that has the property number here. What is it even when you click on the discussion? So that's where you're going to find some of these parameters here. So that P18 is what we are putting here. So this is an example. Then also there are useful links here. So where the tool is located, it is on quick statements here. So if I open it, how it appears. So basically it is going to be much like this. And it is going to, we are going to see how to use it in a few minutes. So there are certain properties. Say, for example, I want to write about a football tournament. So let me first hide this column. And also let me hide these ones. Let me hide also this one. So basically, this is what we usually do. We start with create. Let me duplicate it here. Just type the word create here. So meaning I want to create a Wikidata item. So then you put last. So last is what property are you wanting to create? So what is P13? If you go to say property 13, let me just click on this property so that I go to I make this one P13. What is it? So does not exist. Let me bring property 13. I'm looking for this is why I was adding the other columns for the hidden columns. and hide columns. So this is why I was putting this. So meaning this property P31 is standing for instance. So when I put LEN, so meaning I want a label. So let me use this. So I'm saying I want the label to be of English. So D stands for description in English. Yeah. Then alias here stands for AEN, meaning I want the alias to be in English. Then also I can add another alias. So meaning if you want multiple aliases, so when you look at these aliases here, it can be called FUFA Super 8, Buganda Masaza Cup, Buganda Masaza Football Cup. So these are aliases. And the way to know is EN. So meaning here, if you want to add the aliases in Luganda, I'm just going to insert, say, a row below. So meaning I'm going to add a last here. Then I add capital A. Then I put LG. So I want an alias in Luganda. So I have to put it in quotes because it is a string. Maybe I can say Echkopol, or maybe Cha Masaza, say Masaza Gavuganda, maybe Gavuganda. So something like that. It has to be in quotes because it is a string of characters. You want it to remain the way it appears. So after that, there is another last here. So I've just created this. So this instance of this instance. So I'm adding these other instances, as I told you, that it can be, if we go to copy this and we look at exactly what the property is. So instance can be, say, instance of a boarding school, instance of secondary school. That's why you can put multiple instances. So when you look, instance of Association Football League, and it is also a professional sports league. So meaning here, I will have to put 2 instances. So if we look at this QID, what is it? So if I paste the QID here, so it is instance of Association Football League. And this one is instance of, say, professional football leagues, which gave me the result that we are seeing here. So that is basically I'm explaining how to use the template. So why are we putting somewhere other words in quotes and other words? Let me zoom this. Let me zoom this so that we see it well. So why are we adding QIDs? So the reason why we're adding QIDs is because these ones are already existing. So competition class. So when I come to competition class here, and I put the QID, so I want to say that they are participating within the men's competition class. So this is already a Wikidata item. So meaning when they are creating this item, they're going to get this, they're going to add this property and this QID since it is already existing. So we are interlinking the data. Then when we come to the date, inception, when did it start? And the property for inception is P571. So the date is supposed to have a plus. And then for the image extension, so image we have to put, say, maybe Baluku.jpg. It is supposed to be in quotes. That's how it appears. Then number of participants, it is a number the way it is, which is 18. That's how we usually put it. So this is when you check here, there are also this is a property for a league. Then there is also a property for organization here. So I was trying to create an organization. So create, remember, is the first property. Then instance of, this is the instance of organization. There's instance of organization. So basically, this column A is showing the properties, and this column E is describing what you're going to find here. So basically, the only code that we did is this one in the middle. And we usually put N. So meaning start here, create this property that is ending here. That is how it usually. So when you look at these other properties, P, it means country. Then the country is, I put Uganda, but it is, I think, Sudan or something. Operating area, where does it operate? So it is South Sudan, which you see in query ID. So that I usually put these guiding labels so that I don't always go to Wikidata, so that I be coming that now what is 2958, so which is Southern Sudan. Then also this template, you come still. There is also properties for a person. So still it is this property instance of, I want a human, we saw human is due, then label name. This is where you're going to enter Baluku brand, say in quotes. I'm just removing this, say in quotes, say Baluku brand. That is, what is the description in English? This person is a Ugandan Association footballer. Then also, what is their alias? It is this. Then last, like you put the reference URL if you want to put the reference here. So something like that. Then the date. So this is like a template. But when you go this side, there's a template for player. So still I've populated this. So I'm saying create a property last image. So this is the name of the person. So even last, the description. This person has, say, other names, Diatama, something like that. So then also, what is this? This is member of sports team. So this is a true ID for something that is existing. So Uganda Revenue Authority. So let me leave this. So I'm just explaining the template. Then we jump into the players. So how did I say create multiple players? So when you see here, create, then it comes to a certain point here. Let me highlight this. Let me highlight it with orange. So you see that it jumps from this first create, then it jumps to the second create. So meaning I'll first create Abraham Opio, then I copy the same thing for Abraham Opio here. Then I start another person, create. Then after that, I create all my parameters. So these are values. Also, there's another value here. This is the good example. So here I was creating about Uganda Association of Football Club. So this one is
Brian,
the first. Yes, please.
make me co-host.
Okay, let me check here. Okay, I've made you a co-host.
You can proceed.
Yeah, so this is okay, thank you. So this is like a simple description. If you understand what to do, it becomes as simple as that. So you put all these in an Excel sheet. So you're going to create, this is the first, so this item is going to be called Ugandan Association Football Club. Then it goes from create and it goes to end. Then after that, we are going to put another item here from start up to end. So meaning when you push from here up to here, so that's how. So you first create the first create, you copy, you put down, you copy, you put down. So these are just only, I was creating 3 players. So this one, I put, let me give this person another color, which is orange. Then it is supposed to stop here at end. So at first it looks a bit complex, but it is something a bit easier when you get, because it saves you some time. So after creating, say this, so I'm just going to copy this entire text, say from create to start. So meaning here I'm creating 3 items, 3 Wikidata items. So I'll just come to quick statements here. I click on new batch, then I paste my commands. So then I click on import statements. So it is going to show you the outlook. It's going to tell you that you're trying to create Busie United FC, then Odendi FC. So these are the 3 Wikidata items. And what do you want to add? You want to add this alias in English. you want to add a description in English, instance of, it is a football club, and it is also a men's football team. So something like this. Then you click on run. But let us do a simple example of exactly what is being reflected within this statement here. This one that we are seeing here. How did I add all the descriptions in Luganda? So the first way is you have to learn how to query from how to first query Wikidata so that you'll be able to get a list. But since we have lists that have already been made, so I'm going to, I don't know why the link does not usually appear first. So I want to do a simple description here. So I'm going to get one of the lists, say expand this. I want the one that has Luganda. My Luganda is not good. This one does not have any Luganda in it. Oh, let me look for, I don't know. I want one that at least muzanyi Munnayuganda omutendesi w'omuzannyo w'omupiira gw'okubagaya. But that one has Drake or Sega, please, you write for me this description in Luganda. Uganda Netball Club. So that I'll be able to copy and I put it here. Someone write for me the description in the chat. Okay, thank you. As I'm waiting for it. So since we have these lists here, say Uganda netballers. Okay. Team Yomopira. Thank you. So you see that we don't have these descriptions here. So these are players. Munayuganda, omutendesi w'omupiira, omubasi w'omupiira, omunayuganda. So I'm going to use this. So the easier way for you to do this, you'll come, say to this list. Then you scan, you see, or whichever is coming here. So if you want to use this same query, maybe modify it, still you can click on edit Sparkle here. So that whatever changes you make here, they are going to be entirely your own code. It is not going to be affecting the other one. So that is, you can change. So you can change just only here, governing body or something. But I'm going to use this one. So since I have this query that was generated already, so if you want to write the Sparkle, then you can come here. So basically it shows instance of I left football club, but it is netball club. So sometimes I was modifying, so I only modified here. So basically if you want to change, then you can change this from a netball club to say football club. How? Can just get the Q ID or you press Control space, then you put the football club. Then it shows association football club. So meaning when you run this query or hover, it's going to return only association football clubs. So that's how you can modify this particular query. But I want, why is this bringing? Yeah, netball club. So scroll down here and you run. So why am I running? I want to get this list. Then I come to download here. So download, I'm going to pick the TSV file. So I'm just going to, let me share my entire screen because I was only sharing part of it. So I've downloaded the Excel file. TSV is table separated values. So this is what I have. So I'm going to select and I space a little bit of it. So I only want the Luganda description. So nothing much here. So I remove the columns that I don't really want. Yeah. Then also I'm going to, I need only the Q IDs. So select this. So I'm going to replace within this column. Then there's a find and replace somewhere here. Then I choose replace. Then they say, what do you want to replace? I want to replace the entire link with what? With nothing, because I want to remain with only the Q ID. So how do we add the Luganda descriptions? So I'm going to remove this. I don't want this. So I have the two IDs and the Luganda description. Remember we said that if you want the description in Luganda, it is D, then LG. D, then LG, then you're going to highlight this. Then this is where the Drex description comes in, the one that was shared within the chat. I'm going to copy it. Remember, it has to be within quotes. That is very important. Within quotes. So I'm going to, since it is the same thing, so I'm going to select this. So team yokubaka eyomupira. So I'm going to, now this is what I'm going to copy. So after copying, so meaning the QID, if I might zoom in so that we see properly. So this is the QID. So meaning on this item, I'm going to add a description in Luganda called Team Yompira Gokubaka Uganda. So I come to quick statements, which is this tool. So I don't want this. So I click on a new batch. So I paste what I've copied. So you can choose to give a batch name. Maybe this one is optional. You don't need to add it there. Maybe this is where I add say Uganda descriptions. Say for netball teams or clubs, say they are clubs. Then I click on import. So it is going to import the descriptions. So maybe if we can check here for example purposes. So as we are loading this, we see that it does not have the Luganda description. So when we come to quick statements, then it is showing you the command of add. We are adding the description in Luganda, Timio Mpirago Kubaka, Luganda, then just run. So it is going to run, it is showing you, so it is showing you done, done, done. So it shows you that 4 out of 4 is correct. As easier as that. Then if we come here, say we are refreshing to see, drag a minute, I'm going to address that. So I've added the Tirio Mpirago Kubaka in Luganda here, but we see that the label is not there. Let me say, I'm going to modify this. So we are seeing that in Uganda, it is not there. So for purposes of modifying this, so I'm going to say team yomupira, say go kubaka, over KCCA, something like that. How can I just use this KCCA alone? So it is 214. So I can choose to say 214 is, I'm going to delete these other ones. Like I'm going to come to your question. So we say the description is this, then the alias is this. So what do we want to add? Just a minute here. Where's my template? Where's my template? Where's my template? Label. Label is L-E-N. That is what we said. So meaning I want a label in Luganda called, I'm going to say Team Yomupi Yokubaka, maybe a KCCA. I don't know whether it is that. Something like that. You can edit it in case I'm wrong. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to add only one statement to quick statement. It is also fine. So that one has gone there. We're going to check the label. So I click here. So remove the space. Then I click on import. So it is adding a label of KCCA. Then I just run the command. So it is done. So there is a discussion or revert batch. So make sure that before you publish, you've verified your data. So if we come here, then we refresh. Then you're going to see team Uganda Yompira Gokubaka. This is the team Yompira Gokubaka. KCCA Uganda. Team Yokubaka. Ompira Gokubaka KCCA. That is my description based on the Luganda that I have. So when you come to the view history here, then you're going to see that here on this description here, let me just use this highlighting pen. So here, they're showing you that you've done using quick statements. Even here, they have shown you that you've done quick statements. Then they put the batch number. So here, that is how interesting it is. Yes, Drake, please ask your question.
Oh, thank you, Baluku. I sorry, just wanted to know if we can interrupt you as you continue. Now, my question is,
Yes,
are
please.
these questions repeatable? And I know they might not be, but in case they're not repeatable, can I replace what was already there? For example, if none of them had the description, okay, some of them had descriptions, but they were wrong, can I use that option and replace them?
Yes. What happened when I shared this particular screenshot, this one, let me share the screen. So what happened is you see omuzanyi w'omupiira omu, then Omunauganda. So I had to get this same list, then I had to remove omu, then I put the description, then I ran the command again. So the command overwrote what was there. Yes, so you can do that. I hope I've answered your question, Trek.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay, let me look for Abel. Yeah, Abel Dawat. So let us look at what happened to this page. It was part of what I used on quick statements. So here, if we look at, I had put omuzanyi w'omupiira, Omunauganda. So this word was supposed to be eliminated. So what I did, I removed it, then I ran the query again using quick statements, and it overrode which was here. So that one is so maybe when you see that the descriptions have been added to this. So let us do another quick example. So I've gone to this list. So I've opened it in a new tab. So this one has, let me use this long one. This one returns, this is the Chivina Chomzanye Bagofu. This one, still you can enter manually the descriptions, but I wanted netballers. So for netballers, this is there is omubasi w'omupiira Omunauganda. So this is like the description that I'm going to use. So I'm going to come to this. I click on Edit Sparkle, and then I run the command. Then I come to download. So I want to download TSV file because TSV opens automatically in Excel. Or you can configure it to open in Excel, or you can pull CSV. So I don't want this. So I'm going to, even I don't want these other columns. So I'm going to select them, then I delete them. Then I want to replace the entire entity here. So I'm going to select that, I copy. Then I come to find and replace. And I click on it. I want to replace this with everything so that it leaves me only with the two IDs. So I have to add another column, insert another column here. So I'm going to say, what do I want to add? I want to add a description in Luganda. Why is it highlighting it? It is not supposed to. So let me override this. So I want to add a description in Luganda. So mubasi wa mupiira Omunauganda. I don't know whether that is the right Luganda. So I'm just going to, let me remove this. So I'm not going to do the entire list. Let me just do like.
I think you can remove the O because you already started with the omuzanyi. So then it just starts with the mu.
Here, mubasi wa mupiira Omunauganda.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So remember I said that the description and the labels, they're supposed to be in quotes. So like this, or I can bring back, so the entire list. So Mubasi Wamupira Uganda. So I have to put, remember we don't start with capital letters. So it has to be small letter. But still, even though it is in capital, they don't penalize you. But we saw for data quality issues. So I'm going to just copy this to the entire list that I have. So I've duplicated that. Then also for the description, I'm going to select the entire, this one here. Then, so meaning I don't want the first column, row. Then I'm going to copy this entire thing. So basically, I come to quick statements. So we saw that you can just search quick statements. So I come click on the logo so that I create a new batch. So I paste here my commands. Say I can name this one, adding, say Uganda, descriptions. But you're supposed to be logged in here so that it captures your edits under your name. So after that, click on import commands. But I think what I want to do is let me try to add a description to one of these people so that we see some of the errors that we can get. So I've added the description here so that when quick statement is running, it shows us some errors. I think let me do also for Nachito. Let me edit here. I'm adding descriptions. So to sort this idea, say Uganda does not have a label, you can just copy Christine Nachito. You paste it here on the default for all languages. So click on publish, then it appears there. Because most of the times, names don't change unless you have Joseph and Yosefu, something like that. So I've imported. So you can choose to view by increasing the number of parameters that you're seeing. So for example, here, it is showing you that it is 10. So but I have over 12 records. So I can choose to come and click on 10 here so that I want to view, say 500. And then the list expands. So basically it is telling me you're adding a description and this. So these are the people, the QIDs. Then I just click on run. So it starts running. So the progress is being shown here. 19.7, so it is showing you done. And so it is putting some exclamation marks, but let us wait for it to be created. So it's telling you it has run. So 26 is just for descriptions. It has overwritten whichever was there. So meaning when we come back to our list, I think it is this. Our list, which is this, so it is running. So you see that the Luganda descriptions have been added there in a second. So this one does not have an English description. So meaning I just need to click edit here. Then I add Ugandan netball player. So that's how we sort some of these lists. So the descriptions, the labels, they're usually hard, but I don't know whether we have a query about this or there's something particular someone is interested in asking. Drake, is there any question?
No, I don't. Is my hand up?
Not really. So I wanted to, whether in the chat. So maybe we've seen, let me just get one of these. Let me
There's
just
nothing
copy.
so far.
Okay, let me just copy these particular items that we have here since they were created. So Wikidata can be able to trace some of the errors. So I've put there the way they appear. You see the description is in quotes. Also, the labels are in quotes. Aliases are also in quotes. So something like that. So this is create up to end. That is one item. So this one is another item. So meaning even for schools, it is not recommended you type here, but use Excel. It will be a bit easier. So if I import the commands, it will be showing me create item, create item, create item. So when you run, so it is going to show you that there is an error. So why is it showing you that it's an error? So basically because these items are already existing. This is how they are. They don't really show what error that usually comes up, but let me try to reset the errors after resetting. So let me try to run again. So still that is. And why is it showing? If we check, say United FC on Wikidata, so it is existing there. That is why it is showing you an error. So if it is showing you that particular error, you can choose to come to your template and you say that since that particular item that is existing, you can choose to delete it. So delete, then delete these rows so that you can be knowing what item is coming up. So you look at Busei, United, or maybe you can say do something. Then you copy here. Then you can use still the Control F to find where that particular item is. So it is here. Then you select the entire thing. You delete. Then you go, which other error am I seeing? You select the user so that you delete that particular thing within that particular item within the document that you have. So this template is quite big. It was showing even clubs. So when we are creating KCC and all that. So, but that is much about quick statements. So still the videos are there. So other tools, we have OpenRefine, we have mix and match. So mix and match, this one basically usually links catalogs, say for different places. This is, I'm not going to talk much about this because it is on the other meta page. But to show you, basically you can search different catalogs that are there, or even if you're interested to food and heritage and something, or even sometimes you can search, you want to work on only, say Uganda. They list for you, they search for you where at least Uganda is within the different catalogs. So basically, it is taking long to search. I don't know why. It is taking long, but let me look at, so they are showing you the catalog, say games, sport games, or let me say general language. So let me look at music here. So they usually show you music covers, music. So they usually show you the progress of what has been mapped, what hasn't been mapped. So this is 100%, but it's not so. Composites, then Catalan encyclopedia, geographies. So when you click, so for example, on this, then it will be showing you, sorry, secure, continue to the site. Right, disable. This one does not really look nice. So this is like the catalog where the information is. But the other tutorial can really be able to explain. But basically what we are doing with this kind of mapping is not that one. Let me go back. Let me go back here. So catalogs by properties, catalogs by country. We don't have, say if there's maybe a library that has some catalog that they can give, they generate IDs for those particular catalogs. See, Libya has one, even maybe Portugal, Israel. So let me look at, say this. So they're showing you the progress. So Irish writers is what they're doing. So this is the catalog where the information is. So they are mapping. So we are going to be mapping basically the item you set, whether it is existing or not. Then Crado OpenRefine is a bit still. Also, it helps to clean the data. And but we've been here for 3 hours. So how do you get tutorials here? So one, I shared this already, that you can get some of the tutorials. And this user page, I tried to pick from the best user pages out there. So Listeria bot, you can see it here, mix and match. You can see it there. So for quick statements, we can still use this, but I'll be adding other tutorials out there. Then also you can go to the Wikimedia Dutchland, that is Wikimedia Germany, on its YouTube channel. They really have some cool tutorials there. So you can look at sister projects, data modeling, even different topics that I usually, especially like this folder for leveling up days. So I'll show you introduction to Wikidata query builder. It is here, the tutorial. Useful gadgets, even mix and match is here. Even quick statements, introduction to quick statements, which is really good. So I think I'm going to just copy this link here so that I put it maybe to this user page. So I don't know whether there is any other question. So let me put here quick statements as a link so that we'll be able to use this one here. So that is one of them. So added link. Yeah, so Drake, I think my presentation has ended. Yeah, Q&A, then end of presentation. Yeah. Any other question that we have?
We have no questions in the chat, and I don't know if you had advised people to use the Q&A or if it is even available. But it looks like everyone is has no questions. They've been just listening intently. So maybe you can guide on whether you welcome the questions now or what comes next.
Still within the chat, they can still forward to me. The discussion is open in case you maybe need more clarification. Still, you can post within the group, the Wikilabs Soccerthon group, so that we'll be able to respond to people. That is, anytime we can schedule a call, you can schedule a session in case maybe you need some clarification on a particular item. Yes. Okay. I think that's all. Seeing Kasozi. Okay, members, thank you for being on the call. In case of any question or clarification, please feel free to reach out to us within the Wikilabs Soccerthon group. I think, Drake, we need to set up a project for schools. Or create a project for schools. So for the queries, yes, we can start with a query. After getting a query, then we'll be able to at least, I remember sometime you shared a link of all public universities and secondary schools, the ones that were under National Council for Higher Education.
Yes.
I think, yes, I think we shall be able to